Hey guys, it's Jackie M from Masters of Malaysian Cuisine. Welcome back to another episode of MOMC TV. Hey guys, the segment that's coming up next is actually going to be recorded, but you still can actually say hello and let us know where you're watching from, and we will answer the questions. We're just having problems with some parts of the but let me just we're just having some problems with permission issues on Facebook. It's really frustrating, so bear with us. But let me just remove one of these broadcast areas, and we're going to have to do that again. Let me just see if I can add. Okay, doesn't matter. We'll see how we go anyway. But yeah, thanks again so much for watching, and don't forget to say hello. Let us know where you're watching from. And hey, hi Meg, how you doing? And like I said, guys, as you're watching this, don't forget to post your questions, and we'll get our MOMC chefs, especially Rene, to answer them for you, because this is Rene's episode basically. Okay, let me just get rid of myself, and I will bring the screen back up, and I hope you enjoy. Here you go. Welcome to MOMC TV Series 1, Episode 2. And today we have Rene Juefri, probably one of the most talented and skilled chefs of his generation. He's going to be making an eclectic prawn sambal for us. We also have his father, Johari Idris, MasterChef Malaysia judge. Yours truly is going to come on a little bit later on to give you more ideas on what to do with sambal. And last but not least, we have vegan chef Dave, who's going to hop on screen and answer 3 quick questions for us. I hope you enjoy.
I have a question for you. Why are you passionate about food? Where did this love and eventual passion for the culinary arts stem from?
Okay, when I was young, none of my family members are culinarian, but my family loved to eat good food, especially my late father. He loved curry. Almost every day he would love curry, but he do not like those curry from the curry powder or ready-made curry. He loved that curry that freshly grind on the grinding stone. So my mom always had to do this every day to grind the curry spices for him. So I learned a lot cooking technique from my mom, and she's a very good master that teaching me well. I learned a lot from her. So by the way, when I was go through newspaper, last time during when I was small, there's a very famous English newspaper. I happened to see an article about chef. So I was sitting and reading, and I don't feel bored and keep reading, and so that finally bloomed in my heart and really inspired me. And I feel this is the right profession that I should choose.
Okay, I'm Chef Rene from Dubai. So I'm doing today sambal udang, alright, prawn or shrimp sambal, but eclectic approach. Let's go through the ingredients. Okay, so the ingredients is quite straightforward, where you normally have like your normal sambal, shrimp sambal or sambal udang, which you need obviously the shrimp, right, the udang. So the shrimp that I'm using is a medium-sized shrimp. It's a Gulf shrimp from where I'm based now in Dubai in UAE. And then we have some fresh, nice selected lettuce here. Alright, we have some purple cabbage, we have some carrot there, some spring onion. So what we're gonna do over here is that to accompany our sambal. Okay, so normally you serve your sambal with rice, right? Or a stir-fried vegetable, again with rice, or maybe toss it into a noodle. Alright, some of you just maybe dip it with bread, probably, right? So I'm gonna do a little, that's why we're going eclectic today. A little slaw, an Asian slaw with my sambal today. Alright, so obviously we have the shrimp. What we're gonna say, what we said earlier is that we're gonna make sambal. So I've already prepared sambal actually. Okay, it's an onion sambal. So obviously you can prepare prior. Alright, what I did earlier, So what you can do, even if you already prepared some sambal yesterday or earlier for breakfast with your nasi lemak probably, okay. So what you can do is that you can just keep it some on the side, blend it into a paste like what I have here. Alright, so the one I have here is a onion based sambal. Obviously with all the chili in, with the tamarind. If you want to put some also belacan in it, by all means you can. So here I have a mayonnaise. So I'm gonna have two different mayonnaise on my recipe. So obviously the white one that you can see here, this is a typical mayonnaise or the American mayonnaise that you always find from your grocery, that you always probably you have already in your pantry, right? So the one over on the other side is actually a Japanese mayonnaise. Or if you don't really have, or it's really difficult to find the Japanese mayonnaise, it's fine, don't worry. You can always use the normal mayonnaise, but just with the same recipe. So basically I'm using now 1 tablespoon of the normal mayonnaise and 2 tablespoons of Japanese mayonnaise. Why I'm using this Japanese mayonnaise is that I like the umami flavor. It's one of my favorite mayonnaise. So you can probably after this, once you try it, maybe you get hooked to it. So here I have some dry ingredients. Alright, obviously we need some salt and pepper for your seasoning. And here I have a fried anchovy. Okay, so I've already pre-fried the anchovy prior. What I did here is that I've already blend some of the fried anchovy, make it into a powder, but not too fine powder, make it a coarse powder. So what we're gonna do this and use it for is that also additional seasoning. See how unique all the flavors are that I'm using today. And what we're gonna do is that we're going to garnish or top it up on your end product, your end sambal. So still, at the end, you're gonna have the whole experience of sambal, the shrimp sambal, but eclectic style. So also on the side, I have some flour. So here I have 50 part of corn flour and 50 part of wheat flour. So this flour, I just mix it up, and later on we're gonna dust the prawns or the shrimps into it, and we're gonna fry them. So listen, it's fried. So this is the touch of eclectic approach that I'm doing to the sambal or the sambal shrimp sambal for today. So make sure that you have a fryer on your side, okay, already on. The oil is hot. You guys are ready? Let's do it. So as we go through the ingredients, let's start first with the slaw, okay, with the fresh ingredient. So quite straightforward, okay. I'll share you a quick and simple tip. All right, you have this purple cabbage. What you just do is just wedge it up, remove the stem with a peeler. All right, you don't have to just slice them, and you know, some people might have difficulties to shred or slice the cabbage thin. So I'm sharing a tips today. You can use a peeler. So your normal typical peeler, you can just see what happened there. Just shred the purple cabbage like this. It's beautiful, and it's all the same size. So you don't have thick and then thin. So you don't have to worry on okay, how you know, not balance your shredded gonna be like. See how beautiful they are. Okay. Then next, what we're gonna take is that I have this beautiful peeler, another tool. So this is a noodle peeler. So it's quite convenient nowadays, you know, the equipment that you get. So back at home, you know, you're not gonna be, you know, you can impress people when serving your family, your, you know, make parties or your friends at home. See how beautiful they are, and it's quite convenient and easy also. So what I'm going to do now, I've already some spring onion. Okay, I've already sliced them prior. Okay, you want to have that strips like this. So just lightly mix it in there. Put it inside. So earlier I mentioned I'm using today the romaine lettuce. So you can always use iceberg lettuce as well. Some people like iceberg because it's very, you know, refreshing and cool. But iceberg can tend to be a little bit more mushy at the end when you mix everything. Then it's kind of break, and the water starts to, you know, come out from the lettuce. So I would prefer to use romaine, okay, and it's one of my favorite lettuce as well. So what you're gonna do, just quickly toss them. Okay, so let's put it on the side first. So we have that ready. Again, I'm not going to put any salt or pepper to it. Just later on, towards the end when we're going to plate it, I'm going to put the seasoning in. So next, let's get the shrimp going on. Alright, must be everyone was waiting. Okay, how is this eclectic version of the shrimp sambal going to look like? Alright, let's start. As I mentioned earlier, we have this equal part of wheat flour and corn flour. So what we're going to do with it is just we season it a little bit. Okay, it's good to season your flour, okay, for your batter or to dust your prawns. What I have here today, chicken or beef even, or even some tofu. So it's good to season the flour. Alright, not only seasoning the main protein, it's good to season the flour because that will also carry a lot of flavors into it. So when it's fried together with the protein itself, so it kind of bring up all the flavors back. So a little bit of black pepper. I'm using here black pepper, crushed black pepper. Right, just quickly toss them. Okay, I have the oil ready. Also season the prawns. Okay, you want all the flavors as well. It's important, it's very important that you always season everything that you have, that you prepare. Even as chef, we forgot. So we have to always remind ourselves, season, taste, check, how does it taste like. So it's very important. So a little bit salt in there, a little bit of pepper. Again, because this is quite fresh today, so it's also has its natural salt because it comes directly from the ocean yesterday. So what you want to do is that just throw them in, piece by piece. Okay. Let's check the oil. The oil is already hot now. So how you want to check? Again, you can always by surface. Don't put your hand in. Okay, be careful. So it's about the surface, or if you're really not sure, you can always take, no harm to drop one piece in and check. There, once it's already sizzling like that, you can all drop it in. Beautiful. So just put on fire a little bit. Okay. Wow. So what I'm going to do here is that fry them until golden, alright, crispy and golden. Make sure you dust the excess flour. Make sure you have all the shrimps already out. Here we are. You can see them. So obviously I did not put any water into the flour, or I did not use any eggs to it. Also, I don't really want to have that very thick batter coating, the shrimps or the prawns, because otherwise it's too overpowering on the flour. Especially we're gonna toss actually the prawns later on with the sambal, so you want to have all the flavors kind of coat the shrimp. So you still want to maintain the shrimp and the balance between the sambal rather than having a thick batter to it. So what we want to do now is just slightly season it. Okay, salt and pepper. Don't season too much. Okay, because you have all the other flavors. This is kind of to balance it out and give a fresh kick into it. So you don't want to over dress, because otherwise it will start to get wilt and you're going to lose a lot of flavors from the fresh lettuce. Okay. You have the sambal. This is the thing that everyone is waiting for. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is that I take 2 tablespoons of the sambal. Okay. With the mix of both of these items. Okay, you can even smell. You can smell how tempting the smell is. Okay, this is the sambal or the mayo sambal. We're gonna toss the shrimp into it. Okay, so this is the one that everyone is waiting for. Okay, so we have this ready, right? So what we're gonna do, the prawns is ready, the slaw is ready. Now we're going to plate it out. So throw in your prawns or the shrimps into the sambal mayo. Okay, so earlier we have some more of the spring onion. So what you do now is you just toss it. Get all the flavors in. Easy. So let's plate it up. You just want to lightly season it because we have all the beautiful flavors in there. This is just to kind of balance it up and give that fresh kick into it. So you can also squeeze some lime inside or lemon, but I don't do it because, again, remember the sambal that you already put and you prepared earlier, you have all the tamarind in there, it's beautiful, and then the mayonnaise, especially the Japanese mayonnaise, as I mentioned earlier. The Japanese mayonnaise is tangy, so it has that acidity to it already, so it kinds of, you know, that body can just balance with that. That's why I say the slaw doesn't have to have too much flavors into it. It's just the beautiful fresh flavor that we're gonna top that on it, and it just makes everything beautiful. So what I'm gonna do now is just plate it out. Just throw your shrimps there. See, all those flavors are actually all the sambal flavors, if you remember how sambal tastes like. So then we just grab a quick of the spring onion again. Done. Sambal udang or shrimp sambal, eclectic style. Thank you so much. Thank you for tuning in. I will see you again.
We're gonna give you 10 different ways you can use these products, and if you stick around to the end, we're gonna give you 2 additional ways that were suggested by my chefs in Masters of Malaysian Cuisine. So have a look. Okay, so these are 10 different ways to use these products. If you've got any questions, make sure you hit us up. Next time you go shopping, pick up some of these, have a go yourself at home, tag us on social media, and if you want more recipes or cooking tips, make sure you sign up.
Hi guys, Wanakkam, Salam Sejahtera, Tatjahau. I'm Chef Dave. You guys don't see me in this series because I'm really going through a really important project. So I just opened a brand new kitchen. We call it Chef Dave's PB Kitchen, plant-based kitchen here in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, and serving whole food plant-based cuisine just to help Malaysians to get healthier through food as a medicine. And I also recently started my plant-based cooking academy, so has been really busy with all the works and all the startups. So that is why I took a break from MOMC for this series, and I definitely will see you guys very soon. It's way much easier than I think. I thought I'm going to really suffer. I'm going to don't have a lot of food to eat, But surprisingly, there is all the item that I eat as a non-vegan available as a vegan. So I have vegan cheese, vegan milk, vegan yogurt, all sort of things like vegan ice creams, vegan snacks, you name it, they have it. So I think it's just a matter of choice. So this is one of the biggest surprise that I would say, because I really thought going to be really hard, but it's really easier than what we think. What's my favorite vegan ingredient? I think my two favorite vegan ingredient will be first, nutritional yeast. Nutritional yeast because it gives really a cheesy flavor. So it doesn't have to think about cheese. You just use nutritional yeast in your cheesy food. It will give you the same flavors and the aroma, the taste, everything you need. Okay. The second thing is lion's mane mushroom, or we call it Harish mushroom, because this really gives you the texture of chicken. Yeah, because some people might think like, you are vegan, why you want to have a texture of chicken? But being a vegan doesn't mean we can't enjoy meaty, the texture of the food tastes like meat. It's okay, there's nothing wrong. So I think these are the two key ingredients that I really love. And lion's mane mushroom really works well to replace meat like chicken especially. So it really have a beautiful texture. So yeah, I think basically these are the two things that I really found when I become vegan, and I really fall in love with this.